Welcome to another episode of Throttle It. Today we're at our new location in Gurgaon at Bikers Bun. We should be able to open up this space very soon. Today we're going to talk about tires, and these are technically tires that we've used and we recommend to our community. We today have the Angel GT2, the Scorpion Rally STR and the Anaki Adventure. All three of these are in the size of 170/60/17, which is a tire that is used on a lot of ADV bikes. What is the basic difference between all three of these tires? Now, an Angel GT2 is essentially a road-biased 100% road touring tire. It's a fantastic tire. I've used it myself on my Multistrada in Leh. I have used it in a lot of off-roading situations. My greatest plus point of this tire is that it's got fantastic grip in gravel, in slushy conditions. It's got fantastic grip as dry road conditions. The only drawback to this tire is that it feels a little heavier on the bike, does not allow you to go into leans very easily. But if you're a great rider and you've been riding for a longer period of time and you really understand your ADV vehicle, you will be able to go into leans quite easily. And the last and the best part about the 100% road touring tires is that they've got phenomenal mileage. Mileage on these tires would generally be anywhere between 15 to 20,000 kilometers. Depending on how you're riding, where you're riding, what kind of conditions you're under. The second tire that we're going to talk about is called the Michelin Anaki Adventure. This particular tire is now an OEM tire on the 1250 GS, the 1250 GSA, the 1300 GS, the 1300 GSA, and a few more bikes. Now, the great part about Michelin tires is that they have great reliability. They are going to be phenomenal in wet grip, they're going to be phenomenal in gravel grip, and they're going to be great when you want to do a little more off-roading than your purely road-biased tires. Anaki Adventures have a life or a mileage generally from about 12 to 15,000 kilometers. The great part about this tire, if you're on the road, you'll feel really comfortable. If you're on a little bit of off-road, you'll still feel comfortable. If you're doing extreme off-roading, you would not feel as if the bike is losing traction as such, but of course, you would need to really understand the tires a lot more. Also, another part of this is going to be how you really understand your ADV bikes. Tires, of course, are an essential part of it, but understanding how your bike behaves with those tires is more essential. So, whenever you put new tires, give yourself some time to understand what these tires can do, where all you can go, how you can lean, what surfaces they would stick to, what surfaces they would not stick to. Do not blindly believe everything that you hear. Or if you don't understand what tires are going to be great for you, well, give us a call, write us a message. Last tire that we're going to talk about today is one of my personal favorite tires. It's called the Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR tires. These are essentially 70% road, 30% off-road tires. They will get you to most off-roading spaces. It will not challenge you as much if you're in extreme off-roading and if you know the feel of your bike. They're great in slush, they're great in gravel, they're great in wet conditions. Why do we recommend this particular tire? Well, the results have always been great with these tires. Now, the Rally STRs have been trusted for almost about 10 years or so since they were launched. They give phenomenal feedback to the rider. Now, because the treads are such, you also are going to have a shorter lifespan. The mileage on these tires is generally going to be anywhere between 10 to 14,000 kilometers. Again, depending on how you ride, where you ride, how you speed up, how you slow down, how you brake, how you corner, and all of those factors come into play when you're talking about tires. Well, a lot of people talk about how tires get cracked. Cracks generally come because of environmental conditions. If your bike's not being ridden a lot, if it's standing a lot, you would see cracks on the tires. These are something that you can get rid of before by taking certain precautions, but you can't get rid of them after they've come onto the tires. What are cracks? Well, essentially there are oils inside tires. Once those dry out, the tires start to crack. Once they crack, they become a danger to you and to anybody around you because they are going to deflate easier, they're going to puncture easier, they may even burst on a higher impact. So, which is why if you see cracks on your tires, please be careful, change them as soon as possible. So, a lot of people ask us, how do we get to know what is the mileage left on my tires? Well, each of these tires comes with something called as a TDI marker. Now, a TDI marker is going to be there on every single tire. It basically indicates the tread depth of the tire. Now, once that level is reached, you are done with your tires. You need to change them. A lot of people say, no, I can still see grooves. It's not about how much groove you can see, it's about how much of it has flattened out. Your bikes are not moving on the edges of the tires, they're moving on the central grip. If your central grip is gone, your tires are done. Unlike cars where you can switch around and turn your tires, on bikes you cannot do that, which is why it's essential to keep an eye out on where your TDI marker is. If you see this small little marker in between the tread, that is called the TDI marker. That essentially, when you see the flattened surface being of the equal depth as the TDI marker, that essentially means your tires are done. Please try and not use them beyond that. If you're still confused about what tires to really pick out from the lot, give us a call, write us a message, or if you're around, come to the store and we'll help you out. This was a great session for me. I hope you guys enjoyed too. See you next time with a little more information, a little more fun, and let's talk more about motorcycles.